American South, he's always there, fighting for freedom over land and air. G.I. Joe!
Hello everybody, Mac here. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to Friday Night Game Night. You can see that we have a different setup again. I'm not really a gaming channel. This Friday Night Game Night thing is just something that I wanted to give a shot, just wanted to try, because I have been getting a lot more into card gaming, tabletop gaming, and I just thought it'd be something cool, just something different to do on the channel. Last week, I was set up in my living room on a card table, and I didn't like how things were kind of cramped. I didn't like the angle I had the camera on. Instead of being on the opposite side of the table now, I kind of have it coming down on an angle so that you can better see what's going on. I know it's not the clearest. We're still not getting a close-up on like the cards and everything, but I think it gives just a better view of how this plays out, how this game works. Also, last week I was trying to play with 3 decks. Today we are doing the Solitaire version of the game. Oh, by the way, if you want to see that, it's going to be up here in the corner. Wait, will it? Or there? It'll be somewhere. There'll be a card and a link to last week's game somewhere on the screen right now. That was a mess. I'm not going to lie. The game ended ugly. It was really difficult trying to work with 3 decks and play the game and try and like have 3 different like just plans of attack, that I realized looking back on it, one, I didn't even really build a deck in that game. I was just like drawing cards, throwing cards down, trying to win, thinking that I could like get through the game with brute force since I had so many cards on hand. And I let all of the side missions just get way out of control. And I really think that's what ended up killing me, because if you remember, we lost because there were too many battalions on the board, on the table. We didn't even get to, I think, the 3rd act. So today we are playing the Solitaire version, and if nothing else, this will give you an idea of what the difference is between the Solitaire version and the team play version. First of all, our threat counter right here, I don't know if you can see that very well. This has a 1 and a 2. Whereas the flip side has a 3 and a 4, and there are different threats for depending on what side you're using. Like last week when we were playing with 3, everything in the yellow added a complication to the mission, and then every time we were in the red at the end of every turn, complication at the end of every round, a battalion at the end of every turn, and that was what was really killing us. But then over here for a 1 and a 2, all we have is in the yellow, we have a battalion comes in at the end of every round, and once we're in the red, there's nothing special up there. So they kind of take pity on you once you start to get into the higher threat ranges. The other difference that we have is this reserve card right here, where if you remember, last week when we were playing, we could recruit Joes, we could discard cards, and then we could deal out a new hand, and we only had a total of 5 cards in our hand showing at a time. What this reserve card does is it lets you put, before you, after you discard your cards and before you draw your new cards, it lets you put a card in the reserve or in the reserve plate over here. You can't use it for recruiting, but what happens is, like if I were to use these 4 to recruit, I could put that in the reserve barracks, and then I would deal out 5 cards and then pull this one out. So then you have 6 cards in your hand instead of 5. I like that. I think that's kind of a cool rule change, and it helps a lot, actually. Like, it really helps a lot. Something else that we have is, if you remember, we have our end of turn marker right here, and it's really shiny. You're getting some glare off of it. This actually came with one of the expansion packs that I got. I can't remember, but there's end of round right here, and it has activate any penalties. You have the story mission, card effects, and threat meter. And then the threat meter goes up by 1. And then for solo, it says flip it. and this says end of turn over here. So when we start the game, we actually start on the gold side on end of turn, and then at the end of the turn we flip it, because when you're playing solo, you get 2 turns per round. So to compensate for only having 1 player, you get 6 cards and 2 turns per round. And that may sound like it breaks the game, but believe me, it's just as hairy in solo mode, even with those, as opposed to trying to work 3 decks and just losing your freaking mind. Last week was not a good example of how much fun this game actually is, and I'm really hoping that today is a better showing. So we have everything set up right here. Oh, and something else that's different is I drew my leader by random, just like you're supposed to do. And this time I drew Flint. So Flint is in the deck. He hasn't come up yet. And you can see I have my promotion card right here for Flint. Something else that you do in the Solitaire version is you take the promotion cards of the other leaders and you shuffle them into the deck. So you still have the option of being able to recruit them for 6 recruitment points, just like you can any other card. So I thought that was kind of cool as well, that just because you're playing solo doesn't mean you don't have the option of pulling these other leader cards and getting their abilities, getting them into the game. So I really liked that. And that is all that we're going to talk about as far as the differences go for now. There's a few other ones that we're going to talk about as the game goes on, because the rest of them really aren't worth talking about until I have a card in hand and I can show you an example. But right now we have our 6 drawn, we have our 5 starting, and I'm going to take my first turn. And if you remember, on the first turn, the players basically get a free turn or a free round to do their recruitment. So I have 4 GIs right here that I am going to spend all on recruitment. And I think the first thing I'm going to take, we're going to take the Ram, and we'll put that in the hangar. That's 2. Let's see what we got here. Oh, and there we go. See that? There's Lady J right off the top. So we have her as an option right now too. And then for hacking gear, we have roll 2 dice. For each hit rolled, draw 1 card. That might come in handy later. I don't know if it'll work now. But we might as well take it because it's all we have right now. So we'll put that there. That is our 4 recruitment points. We'll discard those. We'll draw another one. There we got Zap. We'll put this card, this diffuse card, in our reserve spot, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 extra. And we have our hacking gear. We have Flint, we have a GI, we have a GI, and then we have comms. All right, and then we pull this guy out of the reserve spot, and there we have our 6 cards, and now we have another turn before it's the end of the round. So we can recruit again if we would want to. And we know our first mission is going to be Stealth and Tracker. I don't have either of those, and there's nothing here that I can purchase to get Stealth or Tracker. So that's kind of choose. So what we're going to do is we're going to use comms right off the bat, and we're going to use that to discard Hawk. Yeah, I know. Well, he's stealth, but it's a 7. We don't even have the ability to buy that. And we'll put him in the discard pile. Let's move that over a little bit. Put him in the discard pile. And now we have 3 with Ripcord. So now we have a wild card, wild skill. So we're going to, we'll get rid of those 3. We'll take Ripcord because that wild skill will come in handy. We'll lay out another card. Oh, and there's Roadblock. I swear I shuffled these things. I really do. So what else do we got? We spent those 3 on recruitment. We have one more for recruitment, but there's nothing here that only requires one. So we're going to put that in the reserve bin. We'll keep diffuse out, and we have, so we need to draw 4 cards. There's 1, there's 2, and now we have to shuffle our hand already. Three and 4. And let's see what we got. So we already have diffuse, we got ripcord, we got second effort, we got a GI, we got comms. Oh, this is not great. And then we have hacking gear. Okay. So this is what we have now. So that's the end of the round. This begins the first official turn. So we move the threat meter up to 1. We draw our first mission card, our story card. Find the tracking device. To create an accurate signal transfer, Cobra needs to place a tracking device near the location. The Joes can't let this happen. Put Major Blood into play. I hate you, Blood. Success. The threat meter goes down by 1. Each player draws 1 card. Failure. Each player gains 1 Cobra Trooper. 2 complications. And it is a ground mission. So, that's a heck of a start. Let's get Blood out. Major Blood. And if you don't remember, he has a difficulty of 4, marksman and vehicles. At the start of each player's turn, place 1 Cobra battalion on an uncovered card in the lineup with a cost of 5 or more. This is the one that kind of killed it. This and the threat meter kind of killed us the last game. That was really the main reason why we lost that turn. So we may work on taking him out early in the game. There's Major Blood. Let's draw our 2 complications. Now, since it's every turn instead of every round, that means each round there's going to be a battalion laid down. So this is the start of the first turn. So we have a battalion. It has to go on a 5 or more and starts left and goes right. So Lady J is getting covered up. All right. And so now we have 2 wild plus 1. I didn't take a service rifle, but we have the ability to re-roll 1 die. So I kind of want to go after Major Blood. So we're going to pull out the Vamp. I don't want to use the Ram yet because I'm kind of saving the Ram for when we go after the story mission. Ripcord will start. We'll have the GI, and they're going to take this gear. Roll 2 dice. For each hit rolled, draw 1 card. So we roll 2 dice. And of course, there's a big goose egg right there. So this is now out of play. And we have, if Ripcord defeats a side mission, this isn't a side mission, this is considered a group mission. So we have 3 dice and we need to beat a 4. Okay, so we have 2. We could do this if we roll a 2 on this. So we're going to use this card as well. Re-roll 1 die and hope we get a 2. And that will help take out Major Blood. Unfortunately, we do not. There's 3 hits right there. So these get put to the side. The Vamp goes back in the bay. I have comms. Is there anybody I want to take out of play? Yeah, I think I want to take Roadblock out of play. Come on. We'll take Roadblock out. We'll put him in the discard pile, and we will pull a new one. And that is the Whale. Woof. Okay. So that one gets discarded. So once again, here we are in the recruitment mode. We only have 3. Marksman and vehicle and tech or tracker. Nothing that I can afford. Okay. Oh, whoops. My mistake. That's not my discard pile. This is my discard pile. Okay. So back to this. We have 3. We'll take Zap. Or target player puts 1 card from their discard pile into their hand. No, we're going to take Zap. We'll discard these. Or do I want that? Yeah. No, I would rather have this one. Discard these. Add a new one. Wild Bill! Oh, he is helpful. Put that in the reserve. Draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what do we got? We got the Smart Missile. We got a GI. We got a GI. We got 4 GIs. And then we have Diffuse. So this is the start of a new turn. A new battalion comes in, covers up the Killer Whale. Who got covered up? Lady J and the Killer Whale. Wild Bill's going to be next if I can't get him out, which I'm not going to be able to, which is upsetting. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We'll play this gear, the Smart Missile. This is the one I just drew, and there's a reason why I did that. Target player puts 1 card from their discard pile into their hand. And I'm going to put Ripcord back in the hand. And we're going to go after Blood again. And we got 4 Joes that we can send because of the vamp. So it's going to be 2 GIs, 3 GIs, and Ripcord. So there we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we need a 4. Yo, Joe. And we got a 4. We got a hit. We got a hit. And we got 2 hits. And that puts Blood out of the game. Puts him back with the officers. Unfortunately, he's not out of the game entirely. He could come back. And then we take these. Put them off to the side. So then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this one is 6. And we're going to use that to get Wild Bill. Because he has +3 wild. And whenever the threat meter is in... I don't know if you can see that. Sorry. He gets +3 wild, and whenever the threat meter is in the yellow, he automatically gets 1 hit. Wild Bill, I have had great luck with Wild Bill. I love getting him in my hand. So these are all discarded. We put this in the reserve. We put the vamp back in the hanger. We draw another one. My man, Tunnel Rat. And now we need 5 cards. So there's 1, 2, 3. Shuffle this deck back up. Try and do a better job than I did the last time. All right. See, that's the one thing I didn't do last week was like I said, I got way too focused on the story missions. I would have just let Blood sit there figuring I could just brute force my way through the story mode and then go after him. But that's not how this should happen. All right, so there's 3, 4, and 5. So let's see what we got here. So we got Hacking Gear, we got Wild Bill, we got Flint, and we got 2 GIs. All right. And we have Diffuse. And that was the end of the round. So that's the end of the round. This goes up 1, but because it's in the green, it goes up another 1. And then we flip this and we're back to a new turn. We're back to a new round. First turn, new round. So what do we got going on here? Let's see. So I think it's time to go after the story mission. Because we got 3 for Wild Bill, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus this, roll 2 dice. So I think that's what we're going to do. And we're going to use, oh no, the Ram only has a passenger of 1. But we get plus 2 wild skill. Yeah, but that's not going to... Bummer. Okay. Back to the vamp. So Flint is going to start. And Flint's ability is if there are 2 plus transports in the hangar, target player draws 1 card. So there's only one, we have 2 vehicles, but there's only 1 in the hangar. So what I need to do is get another vehicle to keep in the hangar for Flint's special ability to do anything. So Flint's going to start this. There's Wild Bill. And then these 2 GIs are going to go. Plus we have this gear that we'll play. Roll 2 dice for each hit rolled, draw 1 card. So we roll 2 dice. Whoop. That doesn't count. There were dice in there already. Roll 2 dice. 2 hits. We got 2 hits right there. So we draw a card. 1, another GI, and 2. Ripcord. We already have the team committed though. All right. So this card is out of play. So now we have these. We're going after our mission. We got 3, 4, 5, 6. We need to beat a 4, but we have these 2 complications. Let's see what these are. Surprise attack, plus 1 on the threat meter. So that goes up by 1 on its own. Also, here's one of the things that I wanted to talk about that I completely missed. And I don't know if there's going to be too much glare or if you're going to be able to see that. That right there, there's the Roman numeral 1. I completely missed that the complication cards were split up into Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3 because the Roman numerals are so small down there in the corner. So you really got to pay attention to those, which was another reason why I think we got taken out of the game so fast last week, because some of the complications that we were getting in the first act were third act complications, and we just weren't built for it. The deck wasn't stacked for it yet. So that was one of the main reasons that we were floundering a little. So the threat meter goes up by 1. We put that out of play. And now we have this one. That is a side mission, precision strike, hiss tank attack, difficulty of 1, explosives or tracker. At the end of your turn, it goes up by 1 threat meter. Okay. So I have that stuck to me now. So that we can take care of later, in a moment, actually. And then we're going to go for it. Do or die. We got 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to roll the first 4. And we need a 4 or more to win, to beat this mission. Oh, I moved that. There's 3 right there. We got 2 more dice to roll. I already rolled those. Superstitious, I know. We got 2 more dice to roll. All we need is 1 hit. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And we got our 1 hit. So there we go, 4. We beat this mission. Success, threat meter goes down by 1. And the player draws 1 card. So we have this one, re-roll 1 die. And this goes into the success bin up here. Now, what's interesting is we beat that on the first turn of our round, which means we're going to have another turn because you pull story missions from the top of the round, not the top of the turn. So we're going to get a free turn to take out some of these side missions before we have to worry about another story mission here. So these are all put to the side. They have been used. Okay. So the vamp goes in the bay. But we have this one right here that we need to take care of before the end of the turn so the threat meter doesn't go back up by 1. So what we're going to do is now we're going to pull the ram, okay? And this is a ground mission. So the ram has a ground indicator right here. And we're going to put Ripcord, our Halo diver, our Halo jumper, on the ram to go after a hiss tank. Now what this does is Ripcord has a wild of 2, and the ram, while it's engaged in ground combat, I'm sorry about the glare, I'll find some way to take care of that. When it's engaged in ground combat, there's a ground symbol right there. I don't know if I'll be able to get that more clear, but it has +2 wild skill whenever it's in ground combat, which this is. So Ripcord by himself right now, we'll be rolling 4 dice to... and all we need is a 1 to get rid of this hiss tank attack. And we have 4. Ripcord could have taken on the story mission by himself. That's wild. So this complication is now discarded as well. But we also have this card that we've been holding on to. No, we're not going to play that one yet because what we have... we will. If Ripcord defeats a side mission, take it down by 1 threat meter, but we also have Diffuse. If you defeat a side mission this turn, take it down 1 threat meter. So we've managed to reset the threat meter back to basically the beginning, which is really good. This climbing up, we don't want that happening. So the ram gets discarded, gets put in the discard pile, and now it's time to recruit. So we'll be getting rid of this guy as well. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 for recruitment. The next one coming up is Tech or Tracker. And of course, none of these are Tech or Tracker. Lady J is though, but she's covered up by a battalion, so she's probably going to be something that we try and uncover in the next turn. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. No Tech, no Tracker. We got Tunnel Rats. We got Deep Six, and we have the Skyhawk. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to pick Deep Six right off the bat. Flip this card over. There's all in, but we're also going to pick the Skyhawk, and we're going to put that in the hangar. So now we have another vehicle. We have Deep Six, and these will all get discarded, and that is 8 points. This will go in our reserve bay, and now we get to deal 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, up. And flip another card over here. Oh, that's cool. That'll be real cool. Distraction. Change all single hit die results to double hit results. That'll be real cool. So we got Deep Six, we got Comms, we got Smart Missile, we got GI, and we got GI. Okay. Whoops. And then we have second effort here. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go after this one that's covering up Lady J. Oh, this is the start of the new turn. We're going to go after this one that's covering up Lady J. It is a difficulty of 2, a target mark of 2, but it says any 1 skill. So we're going to send Deep Six in with Recon because he has a +3 for that. Oh, the Vamp. So he has a +3 for that. And then we'll use these 2 GIs just because. Why not? All right. We're also going to play this card first before we do that. Target player puts 1 card from their discard pile into their hand. And we're going to go with Wild Bill. He's still not going on the mission because we've already committed. And so we got 3, 4, 5 to beat a difficulty of 2. So we got 3, 4, 5, and all we need is a 2. And we got a 3. We got 3 hits here. 1, 2, 3. So that takes out this battalion. Lady J is uncovered. She has tech, which we need for this. So we're going to put the vamp back in the bay. This is something else I didn't do last week. I didn't plan. I didn't strategize. And I really do believe it was because I was losing my mind trying to operate 3 different decks. So here's what we got. We got Deep 6. We got our recruitment points. This is the end of the round. We got our recruitment points of 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. We need 6. But Wild Bill has a recruitment score of 3, so I can play him right off the top. We'll lose him. 6. Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 right there. So here's what we're going to do. We will play 6 to get rid of Lady J. Put her on the top of the deck. Pull a new card. There's 5. And we will use the last 2 for all in as well. That's a good card. Flip this over. There's knowing is half the battle. And we will... Do I want to redraw anything? No, because this is a decent... Actually, I think we are going to get rid of Zap. Sorry, Zap. I like you. You were one of the original Joes of the line, but much rather have rock and roll. There we go. So then comms gets discarded as well. And then this will go in the reserve bin. Yeah, and all of these get discarded. So now we draw 5 cards. We got 1, 2, 3. Shuffle this deck up. You can see our deck is getting substantial already, which is something that none of our decks were doing last week. So we need 2 more. 1 and 2. All right. So we set that there. Let's lay out our cards. We got All In. We got Lady J. We got Wild Bill. Cool. And we got 2 GIs. All right. I'm liking our chances of being able to take out that that second mission right there. I really am. And then we also have this. So then we flip that. It is the top. It is the end of the round, not just the end of the turn. So this goes back up by 1, but because it's the end of the round, it goes up by 1 as well, as indicated right there. And we draw our story card. Decode Cobra's secret transmission. The Joes have intercepted a strange broadcast. Signal origin unknown. They'll need to decode it before the transmission ends. 1 complication. Place the critical token. That's this thing. Whoops. That's this little starburst token right here. 3 spaces above the threat marker. If the threat marker reaches the critical token, the mission immediately fails. So we're at 1, 2, 3. All right. Success. Threat meter goes down by 1. Each player draws 1 card. Or failure, threat meter goes up by 1. Add 1 face down complication to the next story mission. And this has 1 complication to it. So I feel pretty confident that we're going to be able to take out this this mission right off the bat. With Lady J, Wild Bill, plus these 2 GIs, plus I have second effort and All In. I feel pretty confident about this. So we're going to pull out the vamp. It got a little bit of time to refuel while the RAM was being used. Lady J is going to start the mission. Wild Bill is going, and these 2 GIs are going. So it's tech or tracker. She has both, actually. She has tech and tracker, but we're also going to be using this utility card that if we need to use this, ignore the results of the die roll, re-roll all mission dice if we need to do that. If there's a utility in play, this mission, +1 wild skill, and draw 1 card. So this is a sacrifice I'm willing to make for a +1 wild skill plus draw a card. So we'll do that now. Oh, look, and there's deep 6. Nice. Okay. So here we go. So we got 3 tech, 3 wild. So that's 6 right there. 6, 7, 8. Plus we have the option of re-rolling everything. Oh, wait, 9 because she has +1 wild skill. So here we go. Let's check our complication. And this is, don't tell me the odds, story mission, re-roll 1 hit. So there we go. We'll have to re-roll a hit. That could be bad. We'll see what happens. We need a 5. And we have, what did I say? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, +1 wild, 9. Okay. So we're basically rolling all dice. So here's the first 4. Going down Cobra Tower. Oof. 2. Okay. Here's the next 4. Oh, nice. 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 1 more die to roll, so let's just see what happens. There's a miss, but we definitely beat that big time, which is really cool. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We needed a 5. This complication, please. Oh wait, re-roll 1 hit. That's a miss, but we still got 2, 4, 5, 6. So cool. All right, we've beaten this. Threat meter goes down by 1. Nice. Each player draws 1 card. So we have that. This is no longer a consideration. There we go, and that's at the top of the turn. So we're going to have another free turn. So these come off to the side. These aren't any good anymore. I didn't play this, but I did use it for the mission. I used it for Lady J. So, bummer. So that it gets taken out. The vamp gets put back into the hangar. And now we have these. And we could still take another side mission and go after this battalion right here. Because he has 3 recon and we can use that against the battalion. So I think I might do that. The vamp's already warmed up, so let's send Deep 6 out. And what is it, 3 recon? Let's see if we can get rid of that other battalion. Oh, there's 2. So let's use this second effort, reroll 1 die. See if we can get a hit. Nope. Oh, well. So he's off to the side. Comms is going to go in the reserve. Vamp's going to go in the hangar. And let's see what we got. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. I definitely... Let's see, what do we got? We have vehicles and stealth coming up. Once again, there's nothing on the board with vehicles and stealth. Arrgh. So we got 10. And we're going to take... Here's what we'll take. We'll take knowing is half the battle for 5. And then we'll take... Oh, let's see what we get. So we got 5 here. We'll take the sniper rifle for 5 as well. So there's our 10. There's Beachhead. Ooh, have to get him. Beachhead's a good card. Put those on top. Put these in the discard. Draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. knowing it's half the battle, sniper, diffuse, ripcord, and a GI, and we got comms over here. Now that was, once again, the top of the turn. So now it's the end, it's the beginning of a new turn. We don't even have to draw that yet. So, skadoosh. Let us... What are we going to do? We're going to go after that battalion again. So there's the vamp. Ripcord's going to start this. The GI is going to go. So that's 2 and 3. And we got 3. There's a 2 hit and a 3. So that takes this battalion out of play. Is this considered a side mission? Yes, it is. So when Ripcord defeats a side mission, he brings this down by 1. So we're right back to where we started. So much better. So much better than last week. Oh, I almost forgot. Those are our recruitment cards. The vamp goes back to here. Comms. Is there anything I want to get rid of for comms? Let's see. We need vehicles and stealth. Beachhead has stealth, but we only have 2. We might have to make some sacrifices here. Let's get rid of... These 2 are basically... well, no, we got explosives and recon and marksman. Oh... Each player in this mission may reveal the top card of their deck. And let's get rid of the whale. I don't think we'll be using the whale too much. So let's get rid of that. And who do we got? Halo jump. So that gets discarded. Sniper rifle will go in the reserve spot. We got 2, so we'll need 3. Well, no, because what we're going to do is we have knowing is half the battle for 2, and we have Ripcord has 1, and the GI has 1. This is recruitment points that I'm talking about. So I have 4 recruitment points right here. Beachhead has a stealth of 4. We're going to recruit him, put him in the deck, and then draw another card. So these ones get discarded. We have that. Now we need 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Lay them out. Beachhead, GI, the ram goes in the hangar. And we got gear, data hacking. And we got the gear for the sniper rifle. And that is the end of the round. This goes up by 1. End of round goes up another 1. And now we draw our story mission. This is the end of Act 1. Rescue the scientist. The scientist responsible for the mass device. Oh yeah, by the way, we're still going after the mass device in case you didn't figure that out. The scientist responsible for the mass device technology should know how to counteract its effects, but the scientist is in Cobra's clutches. It is a sky mission. Add complications to this mission equal to the number of players. 1. At the end of each round, each player gains 1 Cobra Trooper. Success, threat marker goes down by 1. Failure, and target player draws 2 cards. Failure, threat marker goes up by 2. Each player gains 1 Cobra Trooper. So there's that. We have 1 complication. And it is stealth or vehicles. And I feel pretty good with what we got, because we got Beachhead with stealth. We have the GI with 1. So there, his stealth is 4, the GI is 5. Plus we have the sniper rifle that adds a +2 wild skill. You can only play 1 gear at a time, I believe, on a mission. So we're definitely going to go with the sniper rifle. So there will be 4, 5, 6, 7 to beat a 4. And the Skyhawk can carry 2. So this is an air mission. Which unfortunately we're using stealth, not vehicles. Bummer. But after the mission, return the Skyhawk to the hangar. So is it even worth using the Skyhawk? because I'm not going to get anything out of it. It's +3 vehicles, +2 recon. It's vehicles or stealth, not and. And beachhead stealth. Yep, we'll use the Skyhawk just for funsies. Beachhead, the GI, and beachhead sniper rifle. So here we go. A maximum of 2 players may assign Joes to this mission. Each player on this mission draws 1 card, so we draw 1 card. We have this gear, which we can't put on the mission, but... Oh yeah, we need to flip that. Oh no, this is the top of the round, I'm sorry. Okay, so what is our complication? Rattler attack, side mission, precise strike. At the end of your turn, it goes up by 1. It is a difficulty of 2, and the skill is vehicles. Okay, so we have another precise attack. Ooh, but we don't have any Joes. We'll burn that bridge when we come to it. Skyhawk. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we need a 4. So here's the first 4 that we're going to be rolling. The first 4 dice, rather. Holy cow. 2, 4, 6 already. And we get 3 more, so let's just roll them and see what happens. 3 zeros, 3 misses, but we got 6, so we actually beat this mission, which is faboo. So these are discarded. Okay. These ones are all put to the side. The Skyhawk goes back into the hangar because it's an air mission. It's an air-based mission, and the Skyhawk is an air vehicle. This goes under our success token, but we get to draw 2 cards because of success. So 1 and 2, Flint. All right. Cool. So now we beat the story mission once again at the top of the turn, and we're going to go after this Rattler attack. This is also a sky mission. The Skyhawk went back into the hangar. So here we go. Flint is going to start it with the Skyhawk, take this GI with him. So this is a vehicles mission. Flint has 2 in vehicles. The Skyhawk gives 3 in vehicles, so there's 5 right there. And the GI will give 1 wild skill, so there's 2, 5, 6. Also, Flint, if there are 2 transports in the hangar, target player, that's me, draws 1 card. There are 2 in the hangar. So I draw another card. There's the GI. That's the bottom of the deck. We're going after this Rattler attack. So that's 2, 5, 6. Okay, so here's the first 4. There's 3 right there. We've won already, but we got 2 more. Let's just see what happens. Whoops. There's a hit. There's a miss. So there's 4 hits against a 2. This is defeated. This was also a side mission, so I can play this card right here, the Diffuse. If you defeat a side mission this turn, bring it down by 1. Boom. There we go. Once again, we're at the top of the turn. These get put to the side. Come on. These get put to the side. The Skyhawk goes back in the hangar. We have a garage of vehicles. All right, and now we are at the recruitment stage. Okay, so what do we got here? We got 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. Here's what we're going to do. The GIs are starting to clog up the deck, and the GIs have the ability, if this card is part of a successful mission, you may destroy this card. I like to think of it as retiring them. So we have 2 GIs that we're going to retire. This will help thin the deck down so that the GIs are taking up slots that the Joes could be filling. So like instead of like pulling out these GIs that just have 1 wild skill and don't have any other type of skills, these will at least let us, like getting rid of them will give us a better chance of just drawing like the Joes. So now we have, once we also retire them, we can't use them for recruitment. So right now we have 3, 4, 5 on recruitment. 6, 7, 8 possible. So Halo Jump, target player may add 1 Joe to this mission, ignoring transport capability. That may come in. The next one is Marksman or Martial Arts. Okay, so we're going to get rid of this GI as well. No, we'll get rid of the Smart Missile System because I'm not going to have a discard pile after this. So that will give us 3, 4, 5, 6 recruitment points. This is Marksman or Martial Arts. My man Rock and Roll has a Marksman skill of 3, so we are recruiting him. And that gets discarded. The GI will go in the reserve bay. We have hacking gear. We need 4 cards. There's 1. We shuffle the deck. See how much denser this is getting? Whoops. This is another reason why we would want to get rid of the GIs to make this a leaner, more useful deck. There's a couple of cards there are some cards in here that will let you destroy cards in the discard pile, like this one right here, Detonator, which I'm probably going to eventually pick up because I would love to just be able to get rid of the comms card. It's just taking up valuable space as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, I'm going to want to get rid of that eventually too. Some people like being able to just get cards off the deck or off the table. I think in the beginning it helps, but I think by the point where we get to where we are now, it kind of is, it's outplayed its welcome. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's see what we have. So we got Rock and Roll, the Sniper Rifle, Lady J. Oh, and the Smart Missile System, which I just discarded, and a GI. All right. So what do we got? I'm sure you can hear my neighbor's dog barking right now too. Sorry about that. We are at the top of the next turn. This is going to be end of round right here. We have no side missions to take care of. Can you believe that? No side missions. That is Marksman or Martial Arts. So we're definitely going to be keeping Rock and Roll. So what we could do, keep Rock and Roll, keep the Sniper Rifle. We could just spend a round recruiting. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5. Each player who reveals a leader from their hand draws 1 card. Rock and Roll is considered a leader. Then we have Disarm over here. If you defeat a Cobra Battalion this turn, draw 1 card. We don't have any battalions up. But we do have the Distraction over here. Let's see. Oh, it's going to be Destro. Ooh. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's get rid of Hacking Gear for 5. And let's take Halo Jump. So these get discarded. Put Rock and Roll in the reserve barrack and draw 4 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what we got. We got the Halo Jump. We got Knowing is Half the Battle. We got Deep Six, and we got Comms, the one that I want to do away with. All right. That is a ground attack. Draw a new card. And that's the end of the round. So this goes up by 1 and then goes up by another 1 because we're still in the green here. And then we have Destro attacks. Destro is working with Cobra Commander? Question mark. With this ruthless foe in the mix, the Joes have their work cut out for them. Put Destro in play. Okay, success. The threat meter goes down by 1. Target player draws 2 cards. Or failure, destroy all vehicles in the hangar and used on this mission except the Vamp. Woof. And there is 1 complication. Oh, wait. This is Act 2. So we get rid of these. I have the Act 2 complications already shuffled. So there's an Act 2 complication. We'll put the deck there. These are done, and Destro comes into play. I remember Destro being a pain in the buttocks. Okay. So here we go. Destro has a difficulty of 5, explosives and martial arts. Reroll all double hit die results against the story mission. At the end of each round, draw 1 complication. So there's actually an addendum to this rule in, I think it's the Cold Snap expansion, if you don't have that, where it says reroll all double hit die results against the story mission. People were taking this to mean that if you roll a double hit and then you re-roll it and you roll another double hit, you have to keep re-rolling. That basically if you roll a double hit, it's just going to be a single hit or a miss. So what they said in the addendum to the rules addendum is that you only have to re-roll it once. So if you roll a double hit die and then you re-roll it and it comes up as another double hit die, it can stay a double hit that turn. You only have to re-roll once. Still, we want to get Destro out of there as soon as possible. So what we have, he is explosives and martial arts. Nothing I have here is explosives or martial arts. And the story mission has a +5. Or I'm sorry, not a +5, has a 5. And we have the possibility of losing all vehicles. Now there's a tank symbol on this card, which means it is a ground-based assault, which means I could play the ram right here. You can only play 1 utility at a time, I believe. So it's +5 for marksman. We would get 3 for marksman with rock and roll. We would get +2 from the ram for wild skill, which is more than the +1 we would get from deep 6 if we took the vamp. And we could also use knowing is half the battle, which knowing is half the battle, gain a number of hits equal to half the printed difficulty of this mission rounded down. Then discard the card immediately. We wouldn't be able to use it for recruitment because we would have to discard it. It wouldn't just be off to the side. It would be right into the discard pile, which means no recruitment points for that round. But 5 rounded down would be we automatically get 2 hits, and then his marksman is 3, the wild skill, there's 5, and then we could also use the sniper rifle. Skadoosh, skadoosh, skadoosh. There we go. We're going after the story mission. We're foregoing Destro for now. This may be a mistake, but let's see what the complication is. Fang Squadron, side mission, precise strike. At the end of your turn, it goes... Okay, is this really... yeah. Explosives or vehicles, a difficulty of 3. Okay. Here we go. You've been recruited by the Star League. Okay, what are we using? Marksman. So we have 3 for marksman. We have 2 for a wild skill from the ram for being a ground attack, and we have 2 wild skill for the sniper rifle, plus we're guaranteed 2 hits already. So I have all 8 dice, and I need a 3. So here's the first 4. And I got my 3 right off the bat. 3 plus 2 is 5. But let's see. I just like to see what would happen. Whoops. Wow. Or I'm wasting all of my good rolls, because there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. All right. Fantastic. So this just gets discarded. We won't be able to use that for recruitment. This is a success. Goes down by 1 and draw 2 cards. 1, there's Flint, and 2. Okay. Oh, wait. Even if I would have re-rolled the doubles, that's right. Because of Destro, I still made it. So these get discarded. Or no, these go off to the side. They can be used for recruitment later. And now I have this Fang Squadron down here. And it is explosives or vehicles. And I have Deep 6 and Hawk For vehicles, it is a Sky mission, and we have the Skyhawk. So it's going to be the Skyhawk and Flint and Deep Six. And we'll probably end up using all in if we have to. But we have 2 vehicle from Flint, we have 2 vehicle from Deep Six, that's 4 right there, and we have 3 vehicle from the Skyhawk. That is math. That is 4, 5, 6, 7. So here's the first 4 that we're going to be rolling, and all we need is a 3. There's our 3. Here's the last 3 dice. There's 1 more for 4. But this is taken out. Yeah. Deep Six and Flint go off to the side. The Skyhawk goes back into the hangar. And that is the end of the turn. We have a free turn that we're going to do some recruitment, and then we're going to go after Destro. So we got explosives and martial arts. I don't think I have anybody here with martial arts, but Tunnel Rat here has explosives, and he's a 5. And how many do I have? Recruitment points: 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do I have any GIs in here? No, I don't. Okay. So there's 9 right there. So the first thing we're going to do is we will get Tunnel Rat. Put him up top. Yeah. So there's 5. And we're going to take Detonator because, like I said, I want to get rid of this comms. So, well, that would go there. Covering Fire is a good one, and that one would go there. We're running low on Joe's. So we'll put that here. And we're going to use comms to put it in the discard pile because I want to destroy it. And what are we going to get rid of here? Let's get rid of Inspiration. And draw a new one. And what do we get instead? Recovery Signal. I've never seen that one. I've never played that one before. That'll be interesting. We'll put Halo in the reserve pile. So now we draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Detonator, Tunnel Rat, and Wild Bill. Second effort. And we have Halo Jump. Okay. And new round. This will be new turn. This will be the end of the round. That's going to be explosives and vehicles. That right now is explosives and martial arts. We need a 5. So we are going to roll out the Vamp. Tunnel Rat will start the mission. Wild Bill is going as well. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6. Cuckoo. But we're also going to play Detonator so that we can get rid of comms, and that will go away now as well, and that will help slim the deck down a little. Can you hear him over there? It's a pit bull. She's adorable. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. We're going after Destro. So we got 3, 6. Okay. So here's the first 4. Oof. 2. Uh-oh. Here's 2 more. There's 4. Let's try second effort. Reroll 1 die. All we need is a hit. 1 hit. Come on. Oh, we got 2. He is not a story mission, so we don't have to re-roll the 2 hits. So there's 2, 4, 5, 6 against a 5. Destro is out of the game. Put him back with the rest of the officers. Nice. Vamp back into the garage. These 2 come off to the side. All right. So this is 5. Do I have anything here that I really want? What do we have coming up? Vehicles or explosives? We got Cutter. All right. For a 4, he's vehicles. Let's play him. Discard these 2. And we'll put Halo Jump in the reserve bin. Draw another one. Gear, Drone Strike. Draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got Cutter for vehicles, a GI, Beachhead for stealth, and then Diffuse, and Halo Jump. All right. End of the round. Threat marker goes up by 1, but because we're still in the green, it goes up another 1. So now we're in the yellow, and we have our Act 2 mission, Escape on Jetpacks. Sometimes the only way out is up. The Joes attempt a daring escape from a Cobra attack, but Zartan is hot on their heels. Oh, we're going to have Zartan in play. At the end of each player's turn, draw 1 complication. At the end of each player's turn, draw 1 complication. Plus it has 2 complications. It's also a air-based mission, so we know the Skyhawk is coming out. Success. Threat marker goes down by 2. Put Zartan into play. Failure, threat marker goes up by 2. Put Zartan into play. So no matter what, at the end of this round, or at the end of this mission, pass or fail, Zartan is going into play. And it has a difficulty of 4. So first thing we want to do is draw our 2 standard complications for this mission, which are right there. This is the only mission we have going on right now, which is a good thing. And it only has a 2. It only has a 2. No, 2 complications. It has a difficulty of 4. Wow. And it is explosives or vehicles. And it's a sky-based mission. So here comes the Skyhawk. All right. And Cutter is leading the way. So there we go. And then we're also going to send in our GI. And that's what we have. So, yeah. Okay. Vehicles plus 3 for Cutter. Vehicles plus 3 for the Skyhawk. There's 6. Plus 1 for the GI. There's 7. That's our mission. We have the option of using all in if we need to. I don't want to send Beachhead just yet. Like I could if I used Halo Jump. And we could like stack the deck. Well, it would only be 1 more die, to be completely honest. So I'm just going to wait and use all in. So let's see what our complications are. Destro appears. Are you kidding me? Okay. Oh man, Destro and Zartan are going to be on the field. This is where things will start to get hairy. And this complication is anonymous tip-off. Each player shuffles 1 Cobra Trooper into their deck. Okay, so usually a Cobra Trooper goes into your discard pile and then he eventually makes his way into your deck. This one is telling me to shuffle the Cobra Trooper into my deck, so he could show up literally on the next draw, which would really chew. All right, there's only 4 cards there, so... All right, so both of these go off to the side. Good news is now we only have to hit a 4. So we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's hope. So here's 4 dice. 4 misses. Ooh. Here's 3 dice. Not impossible, but improbable. 3. I needed a 4. So we're going to play, that's why I kept this all in. Ignore the results of the dice and re-roll all mission dice. We will do that. Thank you very much. So here's 4. Oh, 1. Oh, that's right. I have to re-roll the doubles. Oh, no. 3. Oh, Shazbot. Okay. So this goes up by 2. 1, 2. And this goes into the failure stack. And now Zartan is on deck. And Zartan needs to go as soon as he gets here. Because here's Zartan. Difficulty of 5, Tracker or Recon. Those are the skills you can use against him. To defeat story missions, you must match the difficulty exactly. So it can't be over, it can't be under. Like that one that we just lost, if I would have rolled a 5 and Zartan was on deck, it still would have failed because you have to roll the 4 exactly. So, mission is out the top of the new round. These all get put away. Skyhawk goes back. Both of them need to go, but explosive and martial arts, tracker or recon. I don't think I have tracker or recon. Well, no, I do have recon. It's right here. It's tunnel rat. Oi. Okay. Recruit. I think we're going to go with Drone Strike for 4. Do we have enough? 1, 2, 3. No, I got 3 here. I could get rid of Halo Jump. That would give me 7. So that would be 4, 5, 6, 7. Each player returns one of their Joes on this mission to their hand. Okay. So we'll get rid of Halo Jump. So that's going to give us 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's just going to give us 6 recruitment points. So we're definitely going to take Drone Strike right here. Those will come here. So I have 2 more. If you defeat a Cobra Battalion this turn, draw 1 card. Let's see what flips over. 5, Torpedo. Oh, I could so use Torpedo right now. But, que sera. So Beachhead is going to go into the reserve bin. We have 1 here, so we need to draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no way one of these isn't the Cobra Trooper. There's no way. The Drone Strike, Ripcord, Cobra Trooper, GI. Okay. And Beachhead. So the Cobra Trooper will keep getting discarded into your hand and keeps getting shuffled in until you beat him. The idea is that he just steals a slot for your cards. So ideally what you're supposed to do is just beat it. He only has 1 skill and you can use any skill to fight him. So ideally you should just axe him. But we're going after Zartan because Zartan needs to go. All right, this is the top of the round. We're rolling out the Vamp. We're going to use Ripcord to start the mission. We're going to use Beachhead on this as well. And then we're going to use the gear. Choose 1 Joe on this mission. Their highest skill becomes wild. So since I don't have Tracker or Recon, Ripcord has a +2 wild. Beachhead has +4 stealth. But because of the Drone Strike card here, this becomes +4 wild, which is very good news for me. All right. All right. Let's send this GI in as well so that whenever we win, if we win, I can retire him. So that's 2, 6, 7. We need to beat a 5 or more. There's 3. And we got 3 more dice to roll. And there's a deuce. There's 2. Destro doesn't affect this because it's not a story mission. Also, I forgot, a maximum of 2 players. Each player draw 1 card. So We draw that. We have that GI as well. Cool. All right. So, Ripcord defeats a side mission, brings it down by 1. My man, my hero, my champion. So this gets put off to the side. Ripcord gets put off to the side. Beachhead gets put off to the side. This GI gets retired. Zartan is off the table. Sweet. All right. The Vamp goes back in. Okay. So I'm going to give it a shot. I have 1 GI and 1 Cobra Trooper. I have 1 die against 1 skill. What's the worst that could happen? There's a miss. Okay. He comes off. The Vamp goes back in. He gets discarded. I have 2, 3, 4, 5 recruitment points. What is up? Any 1 skill. Okay. And it is a land attack. We're going to take cover fire for 4. Defeat 1 Cobra Battalion in the lineup as a utility because a Cobra Battalion is coming. This will get put in the reserve. And now there's 1 and we have to shuffle our deck. Look at how dense this deck is getting. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah. New card. The Tomahawk. New card. And we got Cover Fire. We got Wild Bill. We got Tunnel Rat. We got Halo Jump. And we got All In for a utility. Plus we have Diffuse right here. Okay, so we don't have too bad of a lineup going here because that's any 1 skill. So we can use Tunnel Rat's explosive skill. And we have Wild Bill's +3 wild. Okay, so that's the end of the round. This goes up by 1 point, and we add a battalion in starting at the left and working our way right. So that's what we have, and let's pull out the story. This is the end of Act 2. Excuse me. Grab the rare crystal element. Cobra won't give up the rare elements to power the mass device without a fight, and it looks like they've learned from their earlier mistakes. It's a land-based battle. Ironic that lift tickets on the card. It is a ground-based battle. 2 complications. Put Baroness into play. Oh boy. Okay, put Baroness into play. This mission has +1 difficulty for each mission in the success pile. Oh, success. The threat counter comes down by 2. Defeat all Cobra battalions in the lineup. Failure. The threat meter goes up by 2. Shuffle the Cobra officers and put 1 at random into play. Oy. So we have our 2 complications here and here. Okay. We have our 2 complications there. Baroness comes into play. Baroness is annoying. Like, she's not horrible, but like, for example, I'm not going to be able to go after the mission, the story mission this round, even if I wanted to, because Baroness, difficulty of 4, stealth and tracker. I don't know if you can see that now, how the cards are set up. Difficulty of 4, stealth and tracker, and her additional effect, story missions must be started by a leader. So, oh, look at that. We have Destro and Baroness on the field together. La-di-frickin-da. Okay, we're going after Destro because that reroll 2 die results against the story. We need to do that. We can't go after the story mission anyway because I don't have a leader to lead the way. So the Vamp is rolling out. Tunnel Rat is going to start with his explosives, which Destro is susceptible to. So it's explosives and martial arts, but we have explosives and wild. So it's 3 for explosives, 3 for wild, plus we're in the yellow. Wild Bill has +1 hit this mission whenever we're in the yellow. So we already have 1. We need to roll 4, not 5. So what is it? 3, it's 6. So we're going to be rolling 6 dice. Let's just roll now. See, the reason I'm not rolling all of them is because, like, last week when I was trying to, like, just shove handfuls of dice down the tower, they were either falling out the top or bouncing out, and I'm just avoiding doing that. Plus, we're going to be using this utility cover fire that defeat 1 Cobra battalion in the lineup, so we'll get rid of that as well. Oh, yeah, there's 1. Oh, my gosh. So we have 3 more. Come on, daddy. So we got 2. We need 3 to hit. There's 2. 3. We don't. Okay, so we won't be using this utility like I thought we will. We're going to be using this utility, the all-in. Ignore all results of the dice and re-roll. Yeesh. Well, look at that. Why couldn't I have done that the first time? 2, 4, 6, 7, plus, what was it? 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 2 more. 8, plus 1 is 9. So Destro is off the table. Shuffle him back in. Now we got Baroness. These come off to the side. These come off to the side. That is not a side mission, so we can't use that. The vamp goes back in the bay. Okay. So that's all we can do. I don't have any more Joes to start any missions. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6 recruitment points. Recon and tech, stealth and martial arts. Oh no, it's any one skill. That's right. I'm looking at the wrong one. This is the one that we're on. We're going to take torpedo. What was he? He was 5. So I have 1 more there. I could get rid of this halo jump for a 4. Let's see what we have coming up. 5. Target player draws 2 cards. I got nothing up here that goes for land attacks, right? Right. What was his? Stealth and martial arts. Okay. Each player returns 1 of their Joes on this mission to their hand. Let's go with that. What could it hurt? So there's that. Cover fire will go into the reserve. We draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Lady J. Nice. Okay. And then new round, or I'm sorry, new turn. Okay. So story mission must be started by a leader. I got a leader. I got Lady J here. I also have drone strike again. Choose 1 Joe on this mission. The highest skill becomes wild, so I can use torpedo. Unfortunately, this is not a sea transport mission. This is the ground, and I got nothing to go with the ground. Okay. So vamp, Lady J, torpedo, drone strike, planning on using cover fire. All right. But that may change. Let's see what our 2 complications are. Nobody ever knocks. Story mission. You cannot use utility cards to affect this mission. Sorry, cover fire. Okay. There's that. And overwhelming force. Side mission. Precise strike. 3 difficulty. It's bats. Martial arts or marksman at the end of the turn goes up by 1 threat point. We've seen that before, so that's nothing new. Okay, So what was it? This mission has +1 difficulty for each mission in the success pile. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 2, 6. That's not the most horrible that we have to pick from. So there's no utility in play, so she doesn't get the +1 wild skill because we can't use a utility for this one. I hate you. So we're going to use tracker. So 3, wild, 3. There's 6 dice there. All right. First 4. Wait. Before I do that, should I use the Skyhawk? Tech, tracker, stealth, martial arts, vehicle, recon. No, because it has nothing. I don't have anything that I would be able to match up. Okay. There's 3. All right. 2 more. I need 3 more. There's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. We needed 6. Failure. Bollocks. Okay. Let's take care of this first. These come off to the side. Vamp goes back in the hangar. Failure. Shuffle the Cobra officers and put 1 at random into play. Okay. That gets discarded. Now here's the thing. A lot of times they say the complications are supposed to stay in game, but there's no difficulty to beat this one. This was just tied to the story mission. The overwhelming force, however, this precise strike, this one stays in play. Ones like this that don't have a difficulty number on them, I believe, just get discarded once the mission is over, whether it's a success or a failure. This is a failure. So this goes up by 2. 1, 2. Oh, and we're in the red now. See? Things are getting hairy. And then we shuffle the Cobra officers and put 1 in play at random, and we already have Baroness still in there. Plus we're going into Act 3, so the complications are about to become even more complicated. Nuggets. All right, who do we got? Blood. Ugh. Failure. And that was the end of the round. Okay. Recruitment time. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. That's going to be a sea battle. So I got 6 here. Scuba gear. Target player draws 2 cards. On the water, target player draws 3 cards instead. Let's use scuba gear because we're going to be on the water. So that's 6. We have 1 left. Oh, and then we got Dawn. And this is recon and tech. She is stealth and martial arts. I know, I haven't used any service rifles yet. Haven't really needed to. I got Ace over here. What's he got? +1 wild skill, +2 vehicles. When he's in the air, +1 wild skill. Let's, wait. Okay, this isn't going to affect anything because it's still going to work out the same, but we're going to play... We weren't in... Oh no, we were in the mission, so we couldn't play that card. That's right. My mistake. Oh, man. I could have kept Lady J. It's So we have 1, we play 2 more, that's 3, but we don't have anything for 3. Let's take ace. Cover fire goes here. I didn't have any Joes to go after this one. Draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we got ace, scuba gear, knowing is half the battle, and flint. Put a new card out. Okay, here's the problem. End of turn. Threat marker goes up by 1. New round. End of round. Threat marker goes up by 1. You see what the problem is now. All right. And okay. Top of the turn, major blood. 1 battalion comes out and covers up Dawn. So what we have here is martial arts or marksman. We don't have anything specifically to take this out, but we need to take this out. So we roll out the vamp, we put in flint, we put in ace. This is a ground-based vehicle, but we're also going to play utility of knowing is half the battle. Okay, and we're going to use the scuba gear. Target player draws 2 cards because we're going to need it in a minute. I'm hoping I get more Joes. I think I just screwed up. I'm not entirely sure. So we have 1 and we have 1 and 2. Target player draws 2 cards. 1, oh look, a GI. And 2, there's Beachhead. All right. So we need a 2. I need a 2. Oh my goodness, and we got 3. Okay, so the reason I'm happy about that is, first of all, it gets this out of here, so it's not going to go up by 1 at the end of the turn. But also, we can play the diffuse. If you defeat a side mission this turn, threat meter goes down by 1, so we get it off of the top, off of the Cobra's head right there. So that comes down 1. Whoops. We also have this, so we've already used this. We discard this immediately. These guys come off to the side. The scuba gear comes off to the side. The vamp goes back in. And now we have Beachhead and the GI. Marksman and vehicle, or stealth and tracker. Let's take out Baroness. Beachhead with stealth of 4, the GI with a wild skill of 1, plus cover fire to get rid of one of these from the lineup, which is just going to come back anyway, but 4, 5. So 5 dice. We need a 4. Oh, maximum of 2 players. Each player on this mission draws 1 card. We got Ripcord. All right, so it's 5, and we need a 4. And we rolled a big old 1. So that was a failed attempt. These come off to the side. This comes off to the side. This goes back in. Now, defeat 1 battalion in the lineup when we use the utility. So we're just going to get rid of that one for now. It doesn't say you have to beat the mission. It just says when you play this utility card, you beat a battalion in the lineup. Now we know this one's going to be coming back, but at least we've uncovered Dawn, and we might have, because that's recon and tech, she's stealth and martial arts, but okay, so we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9, but all I want to do is spend 6 to get Dawn. Then we lay 1 down, and then we have Snake Eyes, which we just got Dawn. We don't need Snake Eyes. Sorry, Snake. If you control a leader, Gain 2. Is that 2 hits? If you defeat a Cobra Battalion this turn, draw 1 card. So that was 6. So that was 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 3 left. Reinforcements, you may gain 2 recruit. If you do, put the next card you recruit this turn into a teammate's hand. Oh, wait. This is interesting. I almost forgot. This is one, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but right here on the corner, there's a little box that says solo and then a line through it. This is one of, I'm actually glad this came up. This is one of the differences I was explaining that I would get to once it happened. Way back at the beginning of the game, that any card like that can't be used in solo play. So you just discard that and then replace it with a top card right there. And now we have Jinx. Okay, and she's only a 3. But that's also martial arts as well. Not something that's needed for that. I need tech. We're not going to recruit anymore. I feel like if I do anything at this point, it's just going to be clogging the deck. So we put those there. Ripcord goes in the reserve barracks. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, flip that. Oh no. We're at the top of the new... Are we? So that was there. We flip that over. Okay, so 1, there's the Trooper, 2 GIs, second effect, and Ripcord. Top of the round, Battalion comes back in. Okay. So, stealth tracker, marksman vehicle. There's stealth here. We could still try and take out Baroness. Or we could just chill. We're going to send Ripcord and one of the GIs after this Cobra Trooper to get him out of my deck. Okay. So there's the Vamp. There's Ripcord with +2 wild skill. There's a GI with 1. You know what? Let's just send the other one too. So then we can get rid of them. We can retire them if they're success. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. All we need is a 1 to get rid of this trooper. So 4 dice. 2, 4, 5. He goes back to his boys. Ripcord defeats a side mission. Bring it down by 1. Okay. Not nearly as stressed as before. These guys are getting retired. I think that's all of my GIs. Ripcord is going off to the side. The Vamp is going back into the bay. Dawn is going into the reserve bin. Ripcord has 1 recruitment. There's nothing on here for 1, so that's going there. Deal 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, bollocks. Okay. And Dawn. All right. So there's my hand. This is the end of the round. Top of the turn. Draw a new... Okay. Oh, wait. This is 3. Get rid of the Act 2 complications. Bring in the Act 3 complications. This is when things are going to get ugly. What do we got? Under the sea, somewhere hidden in the Atlantic Ocean lies another rare element. That's thousands of miles worth of ocean to for the Joes to search, and every second counts. It's a sea-based battle. 1 complication. The mission has a +1 difficulty for each mission in the failure pile. At the end of each player's turn, draw 1 complication. Success, the threat meter comes down by 2. Each player draws 1 card. Failure, the threat meter goes up by 1. Each player destroys the top card of their deck. Oh, that's a little harsh, isn't it? So here's our complication. Here we got Baroness and Blood. And it's a base of 4, and I think I have 2 in the failure. Yeah, so we're going to be looking at 6. Okay, so it's Recon and Tech, which I don't have. Oh, wait, I do have Cutter for Tech. Cool. Okay. We don't have a water vehicle, though, amazingly enough. So here's our vamp. Where's our ram? Here's our vamp. We're going to send Cutter. Yeah, we're going after the mission. So Dawn is going to be starting the mission. Cutter will be using Tech. So there's 2 there. The sniper rifle for gear. And we're going to have the ability to reroll 1 die if we have to. So Tech is 2. She is wild, but +1 wild skill for each Cobra officer in play. If none, draw 2 cards and discard 1 of them. We have 2 Cobra officers in play, so she has +2 wild. So this is 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. We need a 6. What is our complication? Night Raven attack. This is a precise strike. This is a side mission. It is a difficulty of 5, vehicles and explosives. At the end of your next turn, fail the current story mission and discard this card. That's going to end up getting discarded anyway because we're about to pass or fail. I feel like this is one that should be like no solo. Oh well. So 6, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. We need a 6. Leading. Oh yeah. New battalion. Covering up a +5 or more, so we're covering up the Tomahawk. Okay. So what was it? 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. So here's 4. Oh, get this out of there. We need a 6. There's a 1. Oh crap. What was it? 3, 4, 5, 6. So I only have 2 left. Oh man. I can re-roll 1 die, but what's the point? There's no way I'm going to hit that. So there's a failure. Goes up by 1. Each player destroys the top card of their deck, so I just lost the ram. Oh, the ram went kaboom. Oh man. This goes back in. This goes to failure. Okay, what do we got for? We have 2, 5, 6 recruitment points. What's up next? Martial arts and explosives. Of course, now, Jinx. All right. And this is barbecue. Vehicles. So I have 3 left. Okay, so we're going to discard these, and I'm not going to recruit for these, but I do want to get rid of these. This is the hacking gear and the smart missile. I want to, no, we'll keep the smart missile. We're going to get rid of the hacking gear. Wait, no, because we're not going to have, yeah, we will. Yeah, we will. Okay. Okay. So the Smart Missile will go into the reserve. So now we draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. That gives us our deck of 5. And we got Jinx, we got Deep Six, we got the Detonator, and we got, hey, and we got Rock and Roll. Okay. Okay, not bad, not bad. Then we have this gear. All right. This gets discarded. And now we're into the second round. Now we would, at the start of each player's turn, place 1 Cobra Battalion on an uncovered card in the lineup with a cost of 5 or more. None of these have a cost of 5 or more, so blood doesn't really factor in anymore. Story mission must be started by a leader. We're not going after a story mission yet. But I want to take out Major Blood. And he is marksman and vehicle, so we can use both. Nice. So we got Rock and Roll and Deep Six. Okay. So we're going to take the Vamp. We're going to take Rock and Roll. We're going to take Deep Six. And away they go. So it's marksman and vehicles. So we got +3 marksman, +2 vehicles. That's 5 dice. We need to beat a 4. We got a 1. Oh, the card, the dice are not liking me. I used all my good rolls at the beginning of it. I should have sent the Skyhawk. I didn't think I would need to heavyweight it that much. All right. So we're also going to play the Smart Missile. Target player puts 1 card from their discard pile into their hand. So that's martial arts and explosives. I think I have... Yeah. Dawn. There we go. All right. So we got 5, we'll say 7. If you control a leader, gain 2 recruit. I don't even know what that means. If you defeat a Cobra Battalion this turn, draw 1 card. We're not going to recruit this round, but I am getting rid of these 3. And then Dawn is going to go in the reserve bin. And now we shuffle these. I may be making a mistake not recruiting, but I don't know. We're kind of coming down to the wire now. 1, 2, 3. So we got Beachhead for stealth. We got cover fire to get rid of a battalion. We have scuba gear. All right. End of the round. Threat marker goes up by 1. We are right there. We are right there. All right. New story mission, Underwater Mayhem. It's an underwater ambush. The Joes are outnumbered, and with Cobra reinforcements arriving any minute, they need to end this fight quickly. At the end of each player's turn, draw 1 complication. Success. The threat marker goes down 2 levels. The player who started this mission may recruit 1 card at no cost. Failure. The threat marker goes up 2 and put Major Blood into play. Blood is already in play. The threat marker is already at its apex. There are no complications to start, but there will be. This is all or nothing. It has a 7, so it's on the water. We don't have anything on the water. So Vamp, Dawn, martial arts, +3. And +1 wild skill for each Cobra officer in play. So that's a +2 right there. So she's at a +5 right now. Jinx with a +4. That's 9. We will send in the utility, covering fire, to get rid of a battalion, just because. And, gear, water, target player draws 3 cards. And then, why not, let's send Beachhead in to fill this out. Maximum of 2 players may assign to each player draws 1 card. So we draw 4 cards now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if this is going to affect anything. There's Rock and Roll. There's Deep. Oh, he would have been great for that. There's Deep 6. There's Tunnel Rat. Okay. So it has a target of 7. Boom. We need to do this. So it's 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. All right. We need to hit a 7. Two, 3, 4, 5. 6. That was 8. What is it? What? 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. So that was 8, 9, 10. We have 2 more. All I need is 1 hit. All I need is 1 hit. All I need is 1 hit. We got 2 hits. All right. Excuse me. Okay. So this is a success. At the end of each player's turn, draw 1 complication, but it's taken out of the game. Okay, so success, the meter comes down by 2. 1, 2. And may recruit a card at no cost. Next one up is Marksman or Explosives, but we're going to take this one. Well, wait, we also get rid of a battalion. So that's land. Stealth and martial arts, and then that. No, so what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this battalion, okay, which we do because of cover fire, and we're going to recruit the Tomahawk because it has +3 explosives. Woot woot. This goes under the success pile. We lay another card out right there, Leatherneck for 4, and these all go to the side. So now we're looking at recruitment. Well, no, not yet. We're not looking at recruitment yet because we can still go after Blood or Baroness. We could still go after one of them, and we really should. So we're going to roll out the Vamp again. The engine's already warmed up. We can play this gear card, put 1 from the discard back into the hand, but vehicles, explosives. Okay. So we're going to pull this one, cover fire, back out, put that back into the hand. And let's see, I want to get rid of, do I want to get rid of Blood or do I want to get rid of, I want to get rid of Blood. Baroness isn't really affecting things too much right now. So that's Marksman and Vehicles, but that's Stealth and Tracker. So yeah, Marksman, Rock and Roll, Vehicles, Deep 6, cover fire, get rid of a battalion. We've played that one. So here we go. So we have 3, 4, 5. All right, and we need a 4. So here's all 5 dice. Why can't I get rid of Blood? 1, 2, 3. Reroll 1 die. 3 hits. Reroll a die. Come on, come on, come on, come on. 2 hits. Blood is out. Nice. All right. Plus we get rid of a battalion. So we're going to take this one away. These go off to the side. The Vamp goes in the hangar. Okay. Let's look at recruitment. What do we got? 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. See, this is where it starts to get ridiculous. Like, I don't think you should spend, you don't need to spend, and I don't believe you should spend all of your recruitment points, because then you're just going to be clogging up your deck with cards you possibly don't need. Now, the next one is marksman or explosives. So we have explosives here. So let's see. I do want this one, the distraction. Okay. So that's 3. So that's 3 right there. And then we play this recon. If an air transport is used this mission, add +2 wild skill. Oh, we are taking airborne because I have plans for him. He'll come in handy on the next one. And then Duke, marksman or explosives, recon or marksman, but it's or, not and he has an explosives of +3, so I don't think we need to do that. He's marksman as well. Defeat one side mission. You won't control any side missions. Okay, so that's all the recruitment that we're going to be doing. So Tunnel Rat is going to go into the reserve pile, and then we're going to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So we got airborne, that. Oh, bugger. I just realized something. Baroness is still on the field. Oh, we can't, yeah, no, we're good. Oh, I forgot about that. It's the second round. We're not taking that on yet. Nerds. So what we should do is take out Baroness, Stealth, and Tracker, which I don't have any for. I was preparing for the wrong mission. Okay. What does the Skyhawk have? Vehicles and recon. The Tomahawk, explosives, and Tracker. If it's in the air, it is not. Okay. I made that this is a critical mistake on my part. So we're still going to go after Baroness. So there's the Vamp. We need a 4. It is Stealth and Tracker, which we don't have. So, right. We are going to send Tunnel Rat. And we will use Drone Strike. And when we use him in the red, which we are, we get to draw 2 cards. So there's 1 and there's 2. So we'll also be sending Lady J, since we drew her, and that's a Tracker. Cool. So we got 3. The Drone Strike high skill becomes, so there's 6. Okay. Yeah, Tunnel Rat, whenever your threat meter is in the red, you get to draw 2 cards when you play him, which we did. So, okay. Lady J's Tracker, if there is a utility in play this mission, +1 wild skill and draw 1 card. Do I want to put a utility in play? Troop transport or change all single hit results. But I really want to save this for that. So no, there's not going to be utility in play. Okay, so it's 3, 4, 5, 6. And we need to take out a 4. Come on. Come on. There's 3. There's 3. Could this be Baroness's swan song? What was it? 6. That was 2. So I need to roll 2 more. I need 1. I need 1. I need 1. I need 1. 0. And I don't have anything that lets me re-roll. Wait, I'm at this point. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Is there anything in here that I want to get rid of while I have the detonator out? Amazingly enough, no. Okay. So that's marksman or explosives, and I need to do some recruiting. So we got 1, 2, We got 2, 4, 6. That's Duke right there. He has a +3 marksman. So that gets rid of these. And Leatherneck has a marksman, and that is 4. So we're going to get rid of these 2. That is 5. So we can get Leatherneck for his marksman ability as well. And now Airborne will go, whoop, almost forgot. All right. All right. Oh, this is another solo one. Solo no-go. So there we go. Clutch. My man, my hero, my champion. All right. So we're going to put Airborne in the reserve spot. We got 2 cards here. We draw 3. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. We have Leatherneck. We have Duke. Oh. And we have knowing is half the battle. Oh. Okay. And then we have Airborne. All right. So end of round. Threat marker goes up by 1. Oh, this is it. We've made it, guys. This is it. This is the end. This is the final showdown. Either the mass device meets an explosive end or the entire world is doomed to obey Cobra. Put Cobra Commander into play. Okay. So here's the commander. And now we have one complication. Put Cobra Commander into play. If the threat meter is not in red, also put Destro into play. The threat meter is absolutely in the red, so we don't put Destro into play. Success, you win. Failure, threat meter goes up by 2, and this mission remains in play. But let's be honest, this is do or die. This is it. One complication. This is for all of the marbles. Now here's Cobra Commander. Okay. Cobra Commander, difficulty of 6, vehicles and recon. At the end of each round, discard all uncovered main deck cards in the lineup. Okay. So at the end of each round, all of these cards would go away and we would lay out new ones, I'm assuming. The story mission has a +3 difficulty. So this 7 goes up to a 10. Now, something tells me I should play. We can't afford to play this safe, to be honest. Okay. But I think here's my plan. We roll out the Tomahawk. Okay. Duke, Marksman, 3. Put 1 GI from your discard pile into your hand. And then GIs on this mission gain an additional +1 skill. So let's see what we got. Do we have a G? Wait. Oh, no. We don't have any GIs. I think I've retired all of my GIs. Yeah. We've retired all the GIs. So Leatherneck is coming up as well. And then we have Airborne. If an air transport is used, which it is, this mission +2 wild skill. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus knowing is half the battle. So gain a number of hits equal to half the printed difficulty. So what we have is, this is 7, so we get 3 hits. So that negates these 3 hits. We still have to hit a 7. So the printed difficulty is 7. Half of that is 3. So 10. We already have 3 hits against that 10. I need to hit a 7 with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do this. Here's our first 4. Oh. There's 2, 4, 5. Guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here's our next 4. 2, 4, 5. Guys, we only need 2 more. We only need 2 more. Oh. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we only have 1 die left. We have 1 die left. and we have nothing that lets us re-roll. This is it. This is it, guys. Down to this last... Oh, I didn't even... What is the complication? I'm afraid to look now. Put Storm Shadow into play? Hold on. What does Storm Shadow do? Assign Storm Shadow to a mission as a side player. Oh, great. Okay. Cool. So Storm Shadow is harassing my people back at the base. We're... Too late, Tommy. This is it. It's down to this last die, and my neighbor's dog is freaking out. Even she's excited. One hit, one hit, one hit. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Whoop, I missed. One hit, one hit, one hit. Come on, come on. Ah! Cobra wins. The mass device is completed. That can't be it. Is that really it? Yeah, because I've used this utility already. I've used a utility already, so I can't use another one. At least I don't think I can. Hold on one second. There will be a jump. I want to read something in the rules. Okay, so here's the way the rules read. It says that if you have a utility, a gear, or a basic card that has the mission symbol on it, which this one does, you can play it at any point during the mission. So by playing this card, I change all single die results to double hits, which means these roll over to double hits, which means 2, 4, 6, 8, which means that's one more than this. So 8 plus these 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, which beats that 10, which means we have won the game. It's a little anticlimactic because I didn't just draw it and play it. Sorry about that. But we've won, guys. We've won. Believe it or not, this is the first time I've won this game. This is the first time I've beat the deck building game. So I'm happy. This is an accomplishment for me. Next week, when we play, I'm so excited. I'm so excited now for next week. We're not going into Silent Interlude, not having a win under our belt. I like that. We lost one last week because I went crazy. We won one this week because I paid attention to the rules. Next week, it is Silent Interlude, and the rules will change again. That's one reason why I wanted you to see how this version of the Solitaire game plays out, because Silent Interlude, which is that expansion pack, which is a, what do you call it? A Solitaire-only game to begin with, changes the rules again. Can't wait to see how that plays out. I'm so happy we won this. Thank you for sitting with me through this. Oh, this has been going on for a long time. Thank you for sitting with me through this game, and I will see you next Friday. Hello, please hit like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. If you already are a subscriber to the channel, big thanks to you. Leave a comment down below letting us know what you thought of today's episode. If you would like to help the channel grow and you're in a position to do so, please consider becoming a channel member or a Ko-fi subscriber, where for $1 a month you get access to member perks, including our monthly member exclusive. This month is the Mezco 112 Snake Eyes. So until next time, my friends, play well, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, thank you for watching.